Well, the new script's working pretty good on boss rush. Floor or level 15,000, an extra 22,000 credits, some good green stuff. Mainly equipment we have to work on now. So, I think we need to start pushing the primal lands. I'm not too sure if this is the comp I want to use. Still trying to figure a few things out. I do also want to try and find the janitor. So I've been told after floor 10,000 is when we can start proceeding through the stuff to unlock him. I have to go reread that comment for the exact method. But I do also think we need to really push the primal lands, start getting some of the better gems. The sandy gem would really help. Probably need to chuck that on the Dark Lord so he doesn't turn around in one shot, which means we have to give him a weapon with a slot. So he does lose a bit of damage. I wonder if there's any of these accessories that have gem slots. No, because that wouldn't work on like these characters, because there's no space on the screen. It'd work on, obviously, the Dark Lord, but no one else. So I think we'll just take this comp, see how we do first off, and then maybe tweak it a bit. I have adjusted the one script a little bit, just so that on mini bosses, or anything greater than a mini boss, so mainly for boss rush, they result in the default attack, or the Carpenter will use Nail It, and that way we don't run into the problems of them running out of mana outside of using the Judgment on the Glass Warden. I do really wish we had more slots to program in some other skills. Might just have to go back to making separate scripts, but it's real simple, because I love the fact that I don't have to change anyone, they're all just set to the one script. Crafting-wise, should probably start playing around with the plating. We have more than enough of the green gems. I think the big one would probably just be gold for the moment. Just chuck gold on everything. Only problem is I have like... what's the word? Resource fatigue? I don't know if that's the right way to say it. But essentially, I don't like spending resources if I know I'm just going to redo it later. It's like I don't want to waste the green gems or the gold if I'm just going to change it all to something else. Yeah. Bit of a bad habit. But anyway, we'll give it a go. We'll actually do it this way. So I just want to see how far we get. I'm pretty sure Delirium, though, will mess us up. But we'll give it a go. See if we can clear it. No. So 605. So definitely the Delirium. And then the Dark Lord just one-shot everyone. But that means we can sort of finagle it a little bit. So if we start at 3,600... so the boss at 3,600, sorry, should be the one that does Delirium. But I'm not too sure, because the Dark Lord should have outsped the Janitor. Maybe he couldn't one-shot. But anyway, we'll try from here. Turn credits on. See if we can push to the 4,000s. So if we can actually get 1,000 done. Yeah, so we can. So starting at 3,600 and skipping the Delirium, we can get back to where we're up to. So that could be a good way to sort of grind out different items. I'm looking for more Mammoth Shields, which we didn't get. And of course, any materials. Not really any gems. I think I really have to come up with a mining comp. Yeah, so it just ended because it ended. It's fine. Yeah, I need to work on this. Alright, I'm going to figure out a mining comp, and then we'll probably burn through some credits, and then make a push on the Primal Lands again. So here's Team A, I'm going to say, because I can think up a few different ways you kind of want to run it. So, giving it some thought, I think the Slow Stone is meant for the Dark Lord. So if you put the Slow Stone on the Dark Lord, my hope is it cancels out Dark Momentum, and he goes last. So this build is essentially we're using the Thief to get Essence, then the Miners to transmute, and the Carpenter's last to clean up any bosses. My hope would be we could substitute the Dark Lord in with the Slow Stone, so that hopefully he could clear out actual groups with his Shadow Slicer, so anything that's not ore he can get rid of, because the Carpenter is just single target, whereas the Dark Lord would be AoE. The other way I can sort of think up trying to do it is put the Dark Lord in, but disable him using Shadow Slicer. Because if we get rid of Shadow Slicer, he should have enough single target damage to deal with the janitors, and since he'll still outspeed them, he'll go first, which means we have a bit more survivability. So I think I'm going to try like this, and then we'll sort of play around and swap them out and see what really does better. For now though, I'm mainly just focusing item find, because I want to finish this compendium, and I feel like getting all the gear is more important than actually getting essence or relic, or gold at the moment, and relic levels. So yeah, so we'll give this a go. We'll see what items we kind of find and what gold we kind of find. I am going to do the castle. I'm really curious how far we can get. So we're going to try and go for full 10,000. And then we can sort of use this to compare with the other versions of the comp. So we'll do this one, then I'll swap out to the Dark Lord with the Slowstone, give it a go, and then I'll disable Shadow Slicer and give it a go, and see exactly which one can get the furthest. So, we got to floor 5,000. Interesting. Exactly 5,000, so the boss beat us. What was it? It looks like sleep from the janitor. Yeah, so the problem was we got outsped by the janitor. Gear-wise, another Keybringer. I don't value it highly as a weapon. And some ore, a lot of platinum. Good amount of sulfur. Wow, that's a lot of silver. Need more obsidian and uranium though still. Gear-wise, nothing spectacular outside of the Keybringer. Okay, so 5,000, that's easy enough to remember. We'll grab the comp again. But this time we will exchange the Carpenter for the Dark Lord. We'll give him the Slowstone, the Blade. I'm not sure if you need to whack 2 on him. I'm hoping 1's enough. We'll see if we get past 5,000. And we'll give him the Talisman. And I want to try and keep it as fair as possible, so I don't want another one with Withering. So they both have the same round level. We'll just chuck on item find then. Okay, so we'll start again. Use the 10,000. We'll see if we get a bit further this time. The only problem with this is we might get further because he's cleaning up all the groups. In the case he's still going faster. Should really just do a few levels and see if he's still outspeeding everyone. It does look like though we're going to do a lot better. So we got to for 6,000 this time. Another loss to a janitor, but easy enough to remember. A lot of gold. Nothing fantastic in weapons. More sulfur. A lot more platinum. Much better on the uranium, so it's definitely good for later levels. I forgot to check the log. But we'll do it again quickly. No, oh, that's not the right one. And I just want to fire you, grab the Dark Lord, and chuck the Slowstone on him, and see if he does go first. So it doesn't really matter where we start from. Okay, so it does cancel out his effect. That's great to know. So then the last variation is to try and deal with the janitors, which is still use the Dark Lord, no Slowstone, but disable the Shadow Slicer. It's a bit annoying, because obviously for progression runs you want Shadow Slicer. What did I do? This one, strongest group attack, we just changed to strongest single target, and that should disable Shadow Slicer. Grab our Dark Lord, so he will still be quicker than the janitors. It's just whether or not he can do enough damage to beat them. Double item find. Right. Key settings. I don't need to worry about walks, apparently. Okay. Further or shorter? I think it should technically be further with him dealing with the janitors. Just whether or not he can one-shot them. The only thing then to think about is for progression runs, is there a better way to handle it? Because I mean, he'd still be impactful for dealing with janitors because he's going first. It's just whether or not his single target attack is better than his group, which it's not meant to be because it says it's buffed per members in your team. I'm not sure what the actual level is. Yeah, so we definitely got further. Should have saved that comp, to be honest. Item-wise, not too worried. It's mainly ore, uranium, sulfur, good amount of sulfur. So yeah, so it definitely seems like disabling Shadow Slicer is the way to go. Can we make... Yes. Oh, this is level up, that's why. So, I definitely want to make all the uranium. 14, so we can make one piece. That's kind of bad. A lot of platinum, though. So we can make full platinum armor, which is just extra health, which will be good for the boss rush. That's a lot of copper. So, how many could we make? 25. Is that enough for 6? It would be 50 per, so 150. So we have to do another one. So we'll grab out the comp. We'll get rid of the Carpenter again. And we'll hire the Dark Lord. I also think we can make, yeah, we can make some more of these. One more, that's fine though. Let's read his effectively. So Shadow Slicer is 0.5 times attack to the group, damage increases with party size. So I'm curious if this gets higher than 1 times attack. I mean, the easiest way is to look, do it manually and try, maybe. And weapon-wise, whether or not we can get better damage out of using gems instead. Now, we'll stick with it. We can double up these. And then damage reduction. Go ahead and save this party comp for now. So this is our... Oh, do I want to call it ore? I just call it farming. The last other comp I want to figure out would be a Relic buff run. So, I know the trick is to transmute and then soda sign, but you obviously want to disable every other type of attack, or try and clean up so that there's only the ore left. The only problem is you pass the fight once the ore's been dealt with. So another easy way would be just to do it and with the key settings only have mine shafts. It's probably the simpler way. Okay. Everything looks good. We'll worry about spending stuff after. It's whether or not we can actually get to 10,000. I didn't change the pet either. That might be something we want to consider. It's still just physical damage. What else could I use? Gold. Reduction. Reduction is best for boss rush. So I need to swap that around. Probably just want gold for farming. We did worse that time. We really compare notes. So we lost to sleep and ambush. That's interesting. So without the ambush luck, we might do a lot better. Come on, show me the ore. Just going the other way. Ooh. The amount of platinum, 35. And whether or not we want to sort of focus more ore. That's a big thing that I need to figure out, and I'd love your tips, is itemization. So obviously this is item find, but would I be better off doing gold and ore? We'll swap over to gold. I don't know if there is an ore one. I at least don't have it. Because I think maximizing ore is probably better on the farm run. Because item-wise, you'd rather do progression. Because high floors obviously award better items. And then essence and that is just a side effect, so to speak. I'd love to put the sandy gem on the Dark Lord. I think that's the way you have to do it in the Primal Lands. It means you have to use a different weapon. This just has that 50% damage that makes it so appealing. I mean, I guess the Widowmaker has a better physical damage boost. I wonder at what point our DPS is because of the inbuilt stats. Anyway, I'm probably going to craft some stuff and then think we're gonna oh, we can make the cleansing one now. That's gonna be really helpful for our boss rush, and probably the normal runs as well. So this goes on the healer now. Anyway, let's see what we can make. Let's give it a go with gold and ore fine. I'm going to just save it quickly. Actually, I'll change the pet before we do. So we probably want health, status, damage, gold maybe? Is 2% really that great? Essence find, item find. 16% gold. Is that impactful enough? We'll try. I think we've been making about 500 million. Farming. Let's see. Definitely going to be a good one. No, never mind. I spoke too soon. It's only 6,000. Yeah, about 500 mil. Ore-wise, we do much better. So we got 9 uranium. That's about average. 50. That's about average too. So I don't think the ore really helped us out there. What did we lose to? Ambush, yeah. Ambushes are the issue. Don't think Huntress prevents them. No. I think that was in So Dungeon 1. So, we're just too squishy. I mean, if we up health, we probably can get a lot further. Right, 767. Let's see if this helps us clear to 10,000. Yeah, so this should be the last little bit of credits, at least for today. As you saw, it's literally 2 boss rush runs. I mean, they take a few hours, but once they're done, then I have tons of credits to play with. I wish I kind of knew that earlier to sort of work on boss rush, because it would have really helped speed up progression. So 8,900 that time. Almost $1 billion in gold. Give me the ore. Good amount of platinum. Ambush. Not ambush. Yes, minor ambush. Yeah, the Dark Lord ambush. So ambush is the struggle we have currently. So maybe chucking a nurse into the comp. Because really we're relying on finding the fairies. It's not too bad. With our gold, what exactly can we get? So there's still the caps, which is not too necessary at this point since I have the comp saved. I think we want the oddity shop. So we could get big heads, more more just flavorful. 4 per hour would be decent. These ones just cost so much, I can't wait to get them though. All the animation skips. Doesn't affect mine shafts. Or blocker. Is that useful? I assume you can turn them on and off. Yeah, so active and not active. Interesting. Do we want to just dump? Well, okay, so the last thing we'll do before we end this one off. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to doing Primal Lands. I think it will just take too long. So we'll leave it for the next one. But we can go ahead and craft some stuff. So we can make all our uranium. Slowly working on it. We definitely have enough for all 6 platinum armors. Cool. And our radioactive, we can make 1. Definitely need to level them up. %, damage reduction, and the health is really going to help with boss rush. 4, 5, and 6. 6. Oh, it ups the stats. That's really good. This is going to do wonders for our... Oh, you can't put it on the Dark Lord. Ooh, so who's our second main damage dealer? Did I go back to running a Huntress? I did. But I don't know if that's for marking or AoE. We'll fix up the boss rush pump. So they all need platinum armor now. The health is just ridiculous with the relics. Should still be pretty good in boss rush. Really need some primal land stuff though. You know what? Last thing we'll do, we'll try an ore run. So farming. How many tickets do we have left? 4,000. Plenty. So I'll do it like we did before. We'll start from 3.6. And credits on. See how we do. Yeah, so we got to the top, right? Yeah, stopped. Another sandy gem. That's really good. And a lot of the gem shards, I want to say. Any other? No. What we just, yeah, we stopped. Duh. Alright. We'll try one more, and then we're definitely done. I was trying to keep it under 20 minutes, but looks like it'll be a little bit over. We'll try from 1, and we'll see how far this comp gets us. Looks like it should go all the way. No, 2,800. Delirium. Beat by poison, janda, poison. Listen. Floors per hour. I think because it's auto. So if you did 650,000 floors on the auto, if you grinded that many credits, this says it would take an hour for it to process. I guess that kind of makes sense because it's starting to take a while when we do 10,000. We've got ore. That's the same distance magnet. Oh no, it looked different for a second there to me. A little bit of emerald. Wow, you get a lot of smithing crystals here. Okay, can we craft any more accessories if we make some gems? Really need to get the... I still don't want to try and say it. But it's definitely from further in. I think we could almost make all the withering stuff though. We have... Okay, so we can add withering to our boss rush stuff too. So like the glass warden, withering's probably the best thing to put on it. Can't carry anymore. Can't carry anymore. Almost can't carry anymore. So, accessory wise, oh, we can't make another one. We need more. What is that? Poison fangs. Yeah. Fade damage reduction would also be good for boss rush. Pretty sure boss rush, the main hang up is that damage reduction. No, because you need... The Carpenter needs to do more damage as well. That's really the upper limit, because unless you can beat the Good Lord in that one round, you're gonna run into trouble. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this sort of different one, more sciencey, exploring different comps. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.